Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning recording. I would like to let you know that this episode of the morning recording is brought to you in part by C.R. Ward Photography. C.R. Ward is a photographer who looks for the raw and natural beauty captured through the lens in portraits, street, and landscape photography. You can find him at crwardphotography.com. Ask for the pricing details when you contact him. He has a 5.0 rating on his Facebook page, and he's ready to take your image to the next level. Once again, that is C.R. Ward Photography. That's C.R.W.A.R.D. followed by the word photography, followed by .com, motherfucker. So go there if you need any photo work done, especially if you're here on the southern Oregon coast. He'll hook you up. Great work. If you go to his Facebook page or to his website, you'll see that he does work. Great black and white, great contrast, great color work, everything. So you guys need any photography work done. You guys have a wedding coming up. You have a birthday coming up. You want to get some professional looking quality images. If you're a model who needs a headshot, an actor, an actress, somebody aspiring to do something creative, and you need some imagery, wizardry done for you, contact C.R. Ward, and he'll hook you up. Also, let you guys know to go. If you're here, that means you're already listening. That means you probably already know. But please remind your friends, family, share it on Facebook, social media, Twitter, whatever you want to please subscribe to Critically Creative Entertainment, my YouTube channel. And also to let you guys know that I am on the Satchel Player podcast player. You guys can download the Satchel Player app on your app store, whether you're an Android or a Apple fuckboy fanboy. You can get the Satchel Player wherever you would like, whatever smart device that keeps track of you. Also, you guys can now find me on Dailymotion, www.dailymotion.com. Uploading content there. Will not allow me to upload full-length episodes of the morning recording, says they're too long, so uploading Fight Shark content there. We'll be uploading snippets of the morning recording and other content that's shorter. I'll go ahead and throw it on there too. So you guys go ahead and go to Dailymotion and check that out. Also, you guys can follow me on Twitter at CR2_ENT, all capital letters there. So, hey, so time is fucking flying by as always, and Thanksgiving's commercial hug is upon us. You're supposed to thank people, and the next day you're supposed to slit the throats of the same people you're thanking the day before to get the best price on the flat screen TV. Well, what the fuck do I know? But I hope all you guys do have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you all eat all of the white meat or dark meat or stuffing, cranberry sauce, banana, vanilla wafer pudding, chocolate pie, pecan pie, pumpkin pie that you can get your hands on. Any of the other side dishes that you might take part in regionally here in the States, maybe some green bean casserole, or maybe you're in the Midwest, maybe they do it all over, I don't know, but in my experience in the Midwest, and some of the families that move from the Midwest out to the West Coast make a variation of that whipped cream salad, ambrosia type salad, where you put the whipped cream with all the fruit and shit in there. Some people make green stuff that has like pistachio or some type of green pudding mixed through it. Some people make, and no offense, but to each their own, but some people, and I've had it before, and I'll have it every once in a while, but not too often. Some people make this pink stuff, has like, I don't know, like cherry Jello pudding mix or Jello mix through it, and has cottage cheese as its base, and it has fruit in it. It's kind of weird, but you either like it, you either love it or you hate it. I'll tell you that right now. So normally if people don't know what it is, they keep away from it on their Thanksgiving plate, but a lot of families like to make that stuff out there. Shout out to all the people putting too many marshmallows on their sweet potatoes a few days from now. God damn, that dish is so sweet. A sweet potato or a yam's already sweet enough on its own, so I could do just a baked sweet potato and that'd be sweet enough for me. But so I will be staying away from the diabetes sweet potato concoction this year as always, and will not be taking any of that onto my plate because that shit is too sweet. Just to let you know, that's just my opinion. But Jesus Christ, I'm a contradiction though, as I'll be having plenty of other sweet things on my plate, like different types of pies and shit like that, shit that I shouldn't be having. Will not be shopping on Black Friday. With the new job I have, I may be working on Black Friday. That's probably why they hired me, is to work the days that other people, that there's high volume and things like that, and also other days that people who've been working there the rest of the year shouldn't be working because they've been putting their time in. But so maybe working, and we'll see how the masses react this year, see if anybody stomps anybody out over the newest technology or a low price on some cookware or any of the other bullshit that people just become animalistic over. All you guys calm down. It's not worth it. That PlayStation 4, that Xbox One that's on that one-time only price, it's not worth going to jail over. It's not worth having an NFL-style dog pile over. It's not worth having a Ron Artest-style fist fight in the stands at a Detroit Pistons Indiana Pacers game back in the day over the newest pair of shoes. Those little kids in Indonesia didn't churn those things out for you just so you could go and beat your friend's ass over them, all right? So just remember that. So the Black Friday's not worth it, all right? It's just contributing to a system that's oppressing you, to depressing not just you, not just the consumer over here in this part of the world that we've been created as the consumer continent. It's also impacting the people across seas that are being paid too little to fucking make those things in fucked up conditions in places with no air conditioning and dirty ass bathrooms and where nobody cares about them. So it's the way this world is being ran into the ground is affecting everybody, and the system's fucking us all over, and the people running this thing ain't gonna lose no sleep over it, and neither are the people who just took up so much of our attention and time over the last year and a half, the fucking candidates who now turns out to be President Trump, and then the sore losers on the other side of it. So all you assholes on both sides, remember that the people on the other side, no matter how different the political views are, the bottom line is that them being a human, their beautiful consciousness is worth more than any of that. So you guys all come together on Thursday for Thanksgiving, and then tell the world to fuck off for Black Friday. Wouldn't it be amazing if just nobody shopped on Black Friday and told all the businesses to basically fuck themselves? They would spend all that money on advertising and on marketing and all of the workforce it takes to change out every fucking sale sign in every store across America, all the extra workforce being hired. Wouldn't it be amazing if just everybody didn't shop and just said, fuck you, corporate America? But you won't. You'll shop. That extra low price will tweak your fucking brain out, and you'll rush your happy ass on down to the store and wait in lines for fucking 3 hours and trade fucking people's elbows with people you're supposed to be fucking loving, getting along with over that newest smartphone, whatever bullshit they're putting out every 3 months. The new Samsung Galaxy 8 S8 or whatever the fuck you call it right now, and then it's the new Galaxy S9 fucking in February, and then in May 10, and then it just keeps going on and on and on, and these fucking piece of shit devices in our pockets just keep being replaced by so-called better ones. And even if you just try not to upgrade your phone, if you try to keep the same device for any length of time, you'll realize that sooner or later, no matter how fucking expensive that thing was to start with, it'll fucking break down on you sooner or later. That's how they keep the market moving. Those fucking things break down sooner or later. They don't last forever. That's for damn sure. So even if you just loved the smartphone you had and you wanted to keep it for an extended length of time, it would break down and you'd be forced to upgrade to a new one and then with a new plan and keep fucking chasing your own goddamn tail with these people in the evil land of communication. This is the good land of communication, where you just have a conversation with someone, or you just hang out with someone for a while, or listen to them fucking ramble and talk and speak from their heart. Families telling each other stories and elders passing their knowledge down to the young ones in their families. That's where communication shows its love. In the perverted world of mass media communications, telecommunications, that's where this shit gets twisted. So, fuck them. And everybody paying that phone bill that you don't want to fucking pay, that you feel like you're paying too much. You did it to yourself. You got in bed with the devil yourself. If you thought they were the devil, you shouldn't have got in bed with them. That goes for all of us. So, look at myself in the mirror on that one. So, Thanksgiving, man. This fucking year flew by. So much shit went down this year. And I'm glad that we're all still here breathing and knowing that the love in our hearts is the most important thing in the world. I like going over these every once in a while by myself. And this is the first time I'm going to present these or something like this with you guys. Just look at this with you guys. I like looking at famous birthdays or people who were born on this day every once in a while, and just seeing, just interesting, whose energy signatures arrived in this realm of living on a certain day. You know what I mean? Like the day that we're on right now. So today is Monday, November 21st, 2016. Not that the year matters, but we've been getting fucked over for all the years. But born on this day, let's go ahead and take a look. Just looking on the internet on a well-trusted website, onthisday.com, where I always look, and it always seems to have reliable information on here. They go way back to 1916. All you millennials won't know who the fuck I'm about to talk about, but Sid Luckman was born on this day in 1916. NFL quarterback and a kicker, if I do believe so. If I'm remembering that correctly, I believe that he started as quarterback and kicker, either kicker or punter or both on his team. He was a multifaceted NFL Hall of Famer, NFL QB, best known with the Chicago Bears there. So let's keep looking. Ooh, all right. Born on this day, November 21st, 1920, Stan Musial. MLB Hall of Famer, outfielder for the St. Louis Cardinals. 7 times he led the league in batting average. Born in Donora, Pennsylvania. And he just died a few years ago in 2013. So he lived a pretty fucking long life. Let's see. 93 years old. Sorry, I'm stoned. Stoner math took me a long time. 93 years old when he died, man. So if I make it that long, it'll be a fucking miracle, because I don't know about 3 generations ago, but the last 2 generations of men directly, I'm the direct descendant of, have both died in their 50s. So my dad died when he was 51, and my grandpa died when he was 50. So my dad always said he's going to make it longer than my grandpa, and he was proud and when he made it longer, but fucking barely, man. I mean, you could have stretched it out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it was your time to go. I understand now. But I'm going to live. I'm too fucking tenacious to fucking die in my 50s, man. They're not going to get rid of me that early. I'm going to tell you that right now, unless somebody jumps out of a fucking bush and murders me. I ain't going out that early. But anyways, let's keep looking. So Stan Musial lived 93 years old. He was born on this day. A lot of people here. a lot of people that I recognize, but just I'm looking for the ones that really pique my interest here. In the 1930s now, just looking on down. 1940s. Let's see. This is fictional, but 1942, the cartoon character Tweety Bird was first conceptualized. So November 21st, 1942, while millions of people were being showered to death, thrown in ovens and cremated and shot and thrown in mass graves and Pearl Harbor and all the atrocities of World War II. Out of all that, a little Tweety Bird phoenix came rising out of the ashes, and one of the most iconic cartoon characters from the Looney Tunes for generations of kids growing up. Even into my generation, they came on every Saturday. I do believe that Looney Tunes are almost a way to make fun of the common person, as associating all of us, all of our personality types with types of animals, associating people with like livestock, shit like that. Not really cool with me, and a lot of weird sexual innuendos and rape culture stuff. I don't like using that word because like I feel like it gets tossed around too much nowadays. Like a lot of people like to accuse any man who's just proud of being a man sometimes as being too over the top, but like Pep Bedley Pew is pretty rapey, to be honest with you. So let's take a look here. All right. Born on this day, November 21st, 1944, Earl the Pearl Monroe, point guard for the New York Knicks, Baltimore Bullets. He was born in Philly. Just a great basketball player. One of the he used to be, at least. I don't know if they still do these or not, but they used to do the NBA Top 50, and Earl the Pearl was definitely on that list. He was on the Knicks with Walt Clyde Frazier, while they, they had the best run in the Knicks history back in the day. So they were what, why the Knicks are still, even today, like people still like hold on to the glimmer of hope that like they're this like prolific team. So like they have the Knicks, could be like the Celtics or the Lakers if they just could run off some championships. Like they have that potential still. So these guys back in the day were the ones that first gave the Knicks that kind of legacy. So, all right, 1944 as well. They're both born on the same day. So Earl the Pearl Monroe and Harold Ramis, actor, director, born in Chicago, Illinois, on this day, November 21st, 1944. Just off the top of my head, I believe he's the guy from Ghostbusters. One of the guys from Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters. Let's check it out. I know who he is. I'm just having a moment here, and let's just look it up here. I'm gonna Google him. Yeah. Yeah, Egon Spengler. Yep, from fucking Ghostbusters. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, he gained weight later in life and fucking had a cool fucking fro, but man, he died 3 years ago, or he died 2 years ago. That's crazy. He died in Glencoe, Illinois. Just fucking iconic in Ghostbusters, that's for sure. That's the most, common pop culture reference, so I'm going to recognize him from. Kids a little bit older than me, about 10 years older than me, were all into like Stripes and comedy and stuff like that. Yeah, I know he's in that. But for me, yeah, Spengler. Yeah, just had a little bit of moment. I knew he was the dude from fucking Ghostbusters. I just couldn't remember it all. Anyways, moving on. Goldie Hawn, 1945 on this date. Damn. See, Goldie Hawn was doing work in the 80s and her 40s. I didn't, she just looks so, to me, I don't remember her looking like she was in her 40s back in the day. That's probably the miracle of makeup and little plastic surgeries and shit like that. But, all the work that she put in back in the day, late into her career, I guess, man, like, trip out, huh? So, Goldie Hawn, born in 1945 on this day. Let's keep taking a look here. 1948, George Zimmer. I know I fucking know that name. Let's just take a look here. Oh, dude. Yes. The Men's Warehouse guy. You're going to love the way you look. I guarantee it. The dude in the suit with the fucking beard. He's like the real, like, I don't know, just to me, he kind of looks like the real, like a bum version of the most interesting man in the world or something like that. Yeah, dude, the guy from Men's Warehouse, man. So that guy, I fucking used to, I don't know if, I think that they were probably, those advertisements must have been nationwide, but they were just on all the time. You always saw that dude in commercials growing up, like I did, like all the way growing up, and even, till it just seemed like a few years ago. So, yeah, born in 1948. Cool. Born just after World War II. Pretty fucking neat. All right, let's keep going here. Yeah, so he's 68 years old. Anyways, moving on. And happy birthday, George Zimmer. Hopefully you're loving the way you look, motherfucker. Let's keep looking here. Oh, by the way, smoking on animal cookies. Weed today again. Pretty good fucking stuff, man. I like this stuff. All right. So, not the football player Jim Brown, but member of the band UB40, Jim Brown was born the same year as my father, the notorious Rodney Lee Hawker. 1957. I'm just gonna fucking just take a look at a profile of him here. Give me a second here. Gonna go and Google him. See what member of the band he was. He was the lead singer or what? Because although I know UB40 is Red Wine and shit like that, I can't remember. Okay, he's a drummer. Okay. All right. His full name, James Brown. Really? And then he goes by Jim Brown. So, two of the most iconic fucking dudes from back in the day. And his names, kind of, I don't know. It's just both names he goes by are other well-known names as well. So I just think shit like that's cool. I don't know, little threads that run through useless knowledge in our world. I just find it interesting sometimes. So that's the ride you guys are on with me right now. All right, we're in fucking Cannabis Town, getting high, checking out birthdays. So that's what we're doing this morning right now. So before I gotta go, 4:00, I gotta go meet up with the manager at the new job and go over some shit and probably give me a uniform. God, I fucking hate that word. But yeah, so keep looking here though. We'll just go over a couple more birthdays here. 1964, retired NBA forward and center Olden Polynice, guy that fucking should have done better. He had a lot of potential. I don't know. He had a decent career, but just a lot of big guys in the NBA that it's like, God, he could have. What happened? Okay, 1965. Bjork, the singer, was born. So happy birthday to Bjork. She's an intense one, just like myself. Just turned 51 years old. That is a trip, man. Like, now being in my 30s and seeing pop culture people, icons and figures, a generation ahead of me getting to their, like, the beginning of getting up there, like the very, very beginning of getting up there, so that's kind of neat. Happy birthday, Bjork. 1966, Troy Aikman, quarterback of the Cocaine Cowboys. That's what Nicky's brother would call them. I just know Michael Irvin was fucking coked up. I don't know about the whole team, but Troy Aikman had to retire after a prolific career. Not prolific. Best seasons he had like 20-something touchdowns a season, but he won Super Bowls. So just like Joe Montana's regular season stats weren't that prolific, his playoff contributions outweigh all of that. So that's the argument that everyone always uses against me and my favorite quarterback of all time, Dan Marino, who, if he would have been on this Cowboys team, would have won Super Bowls too. So, but anyways, happy birthday, Troy Aikman. 50 fucking years old today. Stoner math taking me a long time. Swear I'm not that slow. Just fucking good weed. Keep fucking looking here. Antonio Tarver. The fucking one of the baddest ass boxers of all time. Scary motherfucker, born in 1968. Happy birthday, Antonio Tarver. Ken Griffey Jr. Wow. All right. 1969. Born in the year of the summer of love. One of the only baseball players to ever get to play in a professional game with his father. Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. both played together in some games back in the day for the Mariners. And on the Pacific Northwest, the Mariners are very popular. And Ken Griffey Jr., God, he's got to be like one of their best known players of all time. Like, if I had to pick like a pure archetype for a badass baseball player, Ken Griffey Jr. It's kind of like if I were to pick someone for football, like a defensive player, like I would choose Deion Sanders, or for running back, like Barry Sanders, or Ricky Williams. I would choose Ken Griffey Jr. for sure for baseball. Like, just God, when he would go at the bat, it's like there was electricity in the air. Like, especially back in the day, like that playoff game against the Yankees where he scored from first. I think A-Rod batted after him and cracked one, and he scored from first, and like those types of situations. Randy Johnson, the big unit back in the day. Ken Griffey Jr. was just a beast. So happy birthday, Ken Griffey Jr. You deserve it, man. 47 years old today. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, let's keep looking here. Michael Strahan. 1971. Mr. fucking can do all kinds of talk shows and very well-rounded performer. Wasn't just great at playing the NFL, but kept his career going afterwards. So I don't know if he still holds the record, but at one point held the record for most sacks in a season. And I think most sacks in a season or most sacks all time. But happy birthday, Michael Strahan. 45 years old. Also born in 1971, Ramondo Stallings, NFL defensive end for the Cincinnati Bengals back in the day. Just didn't feel right not mentioning him. 1972, David Tua, boxer. Happy birthday. Another cool one. God, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of football players born today. 1973, Brent Smith, tackle for the Dolphins. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I've never been to Miami or Florida, but the Miami Dolphins are my favorite team. I don't care if it doesn't make sense. Dan Marino was the guy that was quarterbacking the team when I first started watching football back in the day, and I didn't. The closest team to me geographically was the Niners and the Raiders, but I couldn't go to a fucking football game. So what I watched on TV, and for some reason, Dolphins always came on a lot. And I remember specifically watching the Dolphins and the Chiefs being the first game I ever watched, and Dan Marino playing. So, really, really wanting to watch it. Like back in when I was a little kid, like the Niners games and stuff were on, but before I could really understand the game of football. Once I understood football, the Dolphins were the first team that I really gravitated towards. So, yeah, I think Dan Marino's a bad motherfucker. So, anyways, happy birthday to Brent Smith, and happy birthday to Danny Cannell, quarterback for the Giants back in the day, and I believe also an analyst on TV. He was a good quarterback. I believe he played for the Florida Gators in college, if I remember correctly. Also put out a rap album, if I remember correctly. I think that was him, Danny Cannell. So happy birthday. All right, so gonna have to fucking get this show on the road. So I'm looking who else I want to give a shout out to for who for their birthday being today, because I've already made this more elaborate and more stoner filled than it should have been. So, that the girl that sings that song "Call Me Maybe," Carly Rae Jepsen, was born in 1985. Today's her birthday. She was born on this day, November 21st, 1985. Happy birthday. And that is it. So, no more birthdays to mention there. So, happy birthday to all the people. Happy birthday to everybody, for one. I mean, I guess. Well, you know what? Like, birthdays are cool and everything, but you know what's kind of fucking weird about the tradition of your birthday is that you're basically worshiping you coming back to this realm of existence, and that the symbolic meaning behind eating birthday cake. I mean, you can look this up. This isn't just some conspiracy shit. This is literally tied to what it meant back in the day. Is that people used to eat the placenta, and some people still do, I think, do this, but they used to eat the placenta from the birth, and so they ate it to gain the nutrients from it, the nourishment from it, but also to like honor and like celebrate the arrival of a new family member, new miracle into the world. So. And the placenta, in its whole shape, it looks like a flat, like cake. So, people started replacing actually eating the actual placenta with still the meaning behind eating the placenta, but just eating cake instead. So, when you eat birthday cake, you're symbolizing eating placenta that helped deliver you out of the womb to be birthed out of the birth canal, for your ship to take sail out in the waters of this existence. So, and for you to contribute your little economic energy because you're born under a birth certificate. So, happy birthday, but just know that you're celebrating being trapped in this fucking place. But you're only trapped if you think you're trapped, but just know that I ain't coming right back, or I'm not coming back probably at all after this trip through life. But enough into my tangent land there. Happy birthday to everybody. So talking a little bit more about football, we're going over some football players' birthdays through the birthdays right there on thisday.com. And I was just checking out a statistic put out by NFL.com today, and it looks like Tom Brady's moved into second place all time, and quarterbacks with the most wins, both in regular season and in playoff contests combined. So he has now tied with Brett Favre for 199 wins in the NFL, both regular season and playoffs combined. Both of them trailing the guy who's going to go down as the greatest quarterback of all time, until somebody else who we don't know of yet comes along, Peyton fucking Manning. Dan Marino's my favorite quarterback, but Peyton Manning's, Omaha motherfucker. You can't fuck with him. He could, and he still can. He could probably still start for a lot of teams and still be better and more effective than a lot of teams' quarterbacks right now, even though he's retired. He's only been retired for 1 year, but he can he can adjust to any defense while he's at the line of scrimmage, already behind center, and change any play he needs to take advantage of the defense. So that's what separates him. He's a field general out there in the NFL like no other we've ever seen. So there's been other guys like Dan Marino is very similar. Like, he could go out there and do the same and call a plethora of audibles and could read the defense. Is very smart. Joe Montana had to be able to be as successful as he was in the playoffs. A lot of quarterbacks, but Peyton Manning, best of all time, hands down. So Peyton Manning 200, Tom Brady second 199, tied with Brett Favre with 199. Number 4, John Elway, 162 wins all time, fourth in the NFL for quarterbacks. John Elway, one of the strongest arms of all time, part of the whole debacle in the college football game the Stanford game. Who was it? Stanford USC, where the band runs onto the field and they think the play's over and it's not, and then they end up scoring a touchdown and winning the game and all that. So, two-time Super Bowl champion with the Denver Broncos. Late in his career, but got it done. I believe he was the MVP for one of those. I think Terrell Davis was the MVP for the other one. So John Elway, number 4th. And then my boy, Dan the Man Marino, 155, 5th all-time in all-time wins. So just in this one stat, and a couple others, but definitely in this stat, suck on that, Joe Montana. Dan Marino ran out the top 5. So pretty interesting stuff there. Tom Brady's obviously going to go down as number 1 probably in this list all-time. Just for this one stat. He'll also go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, even though, God, I've rooted against him and I just can't stand his pretty boy ass for. I know I sound like a hater right now, but God, just Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that. You know, when I was a kid, the Patriots fucking sucked, and all was right in the world. They had the shittiest uniforms, the shittiest logo. They fucking sucked, and then right around the turn of this century, bam, and now it's like people talk about them like they're the fucking greatest ever. Like, don't you guys remember how long they fucking sucked? God. But anyways, Tom Brady, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. You all fucking love him. Fucking drafted 7th round, underdog. And I usually love underdogs, but Jesus fucking Christ, he's not an underdog anymore. Married to a fucking supermodel. He probably can't even pronounce her name. Just kidding, but I'm just being a hater now. But Tom fucking Brady. Yeah, he'll probably be first on that list, but Peyton Manning will be number 1. Just know that, Tom. Okay. And in my heart, Dan Marino, John Elway, and not Brett Favre. I mean, I love Brett Favre, but just the gunslinger to the max, you know what I mean? At one point, beat Dan Marino's record for most touchdowns all time, eclipsing the 420 mark before Peyton Manning. Broke it again. But also, I believe, had the most interceptions of any quarterback all the time. So just a fucking gunslinger, which is awesome and great to watch as a fan, and that's why people love Brett Favre, but honestly, Tom Brady probably all the time better than Brett Favre. But that being said, that's enough of NFL talk for today. So Nikki's computer, my girlfriend Nikki, her desktop computer, which I did some writing on and had some documents stored on there because I'm a creative, eclectic, unorganized fuckwit. Never transferred them off of there. That computer won't boot up. The hard drive won't boot up. So I can't access the writing I have on there. I have a script for a promo for Critically Creative Entertainment. To be my main promo on my YouTube channel once I have my camera and the ability to produce the content the way I want to all the way. I lost that script. I'm going to have to get that hard drive physically out of that computer and try to see if I can install it in a different computer, like build something or get that figured out. But I got to get some of that. I have a few different documents on there that I wrote that I was pretty proud of and lost them. But one of them I had written on there is a poem that I've had memorized for a long time, but I saved it on her computer before I had my computer, the laptop I'm recording on right now. And then I never transferred over here, but I still remember it, so I wrote it down this morning. I just get paranoid because this is my favorite poem ever, and I wrote it, and I'm not trying to sound fucking conceited or whatever, but by saying that, it was written in a time in my life that has so much meaning to me. I wrote it. I was actually in jail when I wrote it, and it's just a few months before my father died. I got out of jail, and then went and spent the last couple moments with my father before he passed away in a hospice in Modesto, California. But this is meant for anybody to express their love towards any loved one, whether it's a spouse or, a paternal figure, anybody who feels like that other person completes those energetic circuits in them. And my father did. Me and my father were like two peas in a pod, man, and I fucking miss him a lot. And I wrote this with him in mind, with a heavy heart. I wanted to write something that symbolized, my love for him and the love that anybody can have for anybody. So it's not limited to just my love for my father. It's goes for everybody I love in my life, everybody. So because we're all connecting with each other at all times, even if we don't realize it. We're all helping each other move along in this world, even if we don't realize it. So I wanted to go ahead and recite this poem for you guys. It's meant, I have a melody that I've had in my mind forever. I'd like to, for someday, to express that and have maybe somebody who can actually sing this, and it could be like a little, like a you know, little one verse song or something like that. Because I think it would sound nice like that. But I'm just gonna recite it poetry style, in my presentation voice. So, before I do that though, I've been having the rest of this bowl of weed sitting in front of me. I'm gonna take a hit of this weed real quick, and just remind you guys that I love you, and thank you for being here with me, and thank you for all the support in the world. I love you guys, man, for real. Yeah, man, got silent there for a second, just taking it all in. All right, so this poem is entitled "Your Earth, My Moon" by Jerry Hawker. You are my earth, I am your moon. You hold me in place, I send your tides crashing through. You give me strength when I feel weak. I give you light when darkness creeps. Maybe I am your earth. Maybe you are my moon. Either way, we couldn't exist without the other one here too. Derived of the same energy, drifting in our own galaxy, we will forever be together endlessly. You are my earth, and I am your moon. So there it is. Doesn't sound as good to me when I just recite it in that classical style like that. Maybe I'm not allowing myself to feel the rhythm of it enough. Maybe I'm restricting myself a little bit because I'm not trying to sing it at all, or I'm not trying to get that melody at all. But you know what? Fuck it. What do I got to lose, right? You don't only live once, but while you're living, you're here to fucking live. So let's try it. So you are my earth, I am your moon. You hold me in place, I send your tides crashing through. You give me strength when I feel weak. I give you light when darkness creeps. Maybe I am your earth, maybe you are my moon. Either way, we couldn't exist without the other one here too. Derived of the same energy, drifting in our own galaxy, we will forever be together endlessly. You are my earth, I am your moon. You hold me in place, I send your tides crashing through. You give me strength when I feel weak. I give you light when darkness creeps. Maybe I am your earth, maybe you are my moon. Either way, we couldn't exist without the other one here too. Derived of the same energy, drifting in our own galaxy, we will forever be together endlessly. I suck at singing, but if I could get someone who could actually sing that properly with that melody that I have in mind there, because I think you can make that out in it, but I'm just, not a great singer. I'm better in this format, speaking to you guys in this format, I believe, but yeah, so that is Your Earth, My Moon. I hope you guys at least enjoyed the content of it. I put a lot of heart into that, and I have never submitted it into any poetry contest, but fuck, I'm proud of myself for that piece of work, and I don't ever want to lose that. And I don't think I ever will. It's deep within my mind. So yeah. But anyway, so it's been great hanging out with you guys this morning. Went over some birthdays. Let you guys know once again, if you guys need any photography work done, you need a headshot, you need a party, you need a quinceañera, you need a bar mitzvah, you need anything fucking put on film for you, okay? And he can do video work too. You want to film a monologue of how proud you are that you graduated college. I don't know, anything. You guys please go hit up CR Ward Photography. He will hook you guys up. If you guys are worried about prices, he said just go ahead and message him on Facebook, on his Facebook page at CR Ward Photography, or at crwardphotography.com. You can contact him there as well, and he'll let you guys know about pricing as you message him. So you guys have a wonderful day. Please, all of you guys, especially you guys who know me, I need the support. We need to build this thing up, and I need that base of support from you guys. You guys all know I'm a creative soul. You guys know I was born to do something like this, that I've never been happy staying in track, the track that is laid out for all of us to simply form into line into. You guys know that's not me, so get on YouTube, go to Critically Creative Entertainment, subscribe to my channel. Also, you can subscribe to Fight Shark. I know not all of you are violent souls out there who like to watch altercations, but I know some of you are, so we all have sides of ourselves we don't like to admit that's there, so admit it, you like to watch. So go to Fight Shark, subscribe there as well. Working on other stuff, building out other projects. Yesterday I spent a lot of time designing some graphics for my various channels, because I'm trying to put together like CR2 Sports YouTube channel, as well as CR2 MMA, CR2 MMA to put out like my fantasy draft picks and event recaps and stuff like that. And CR2 Sports to do like the show I want to do called the 90-second nightly update, where once a night I recap the news. And I also want to do, like I went over the other day, the all decade squads, like the NBA all 90s starting 5, all 80s starting 5, all 70s, 60s, 50s, and then as well as the 2000s. Won't do the current decade because we're not done with it yet, although we could probably get a pretty good idea of who'd be on there. But so I'm working hard at this. Gonna be working this other fucking place. Thank you for the opportunity. I do appreciate it, but not my life goal. My life goal is to be close, heart to heart with you guys in the ether. So please go to YouTube, subscribe. Not to sound fucking like I'm begging, but just, if you enjoy to hear my voice, or you know me and want to support me and what I am good at, then get on my YouTube channel and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to that 100 subscriber threshold, get the Google algorithm in my favor here, and get my unique URL, because right now it's just a sequence of random letters and numbers that nobody's ever going to remember. And a unique URL on YouTube means that people can just remember your shit a lot better, and your SEO rankings go up and everything like that. So get on there and subscribe. If you're on Daily Motion, follow me on Daily Motion, Critically Creative Entertainment. A lot of Fight Shark stuff's getting put up there, and various projects. Just going to be like an eclectic collection over there, really. But yeah, so, and then Satchel Player. So you can either go to satchelplayer.com on your online browser, or you can download the application straight from your either Google or Apple store, for all you smartphone fucks out there. So other than that, have a great Thanksgiving. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm going to say that probably every day, because I'm going to be back with you guys every day, Monday through Friday, even this week. So the morning recording being brought to you every day, Monday through Friday. You guys subscribe to all my platforms. Follow me on all the platforms where all my content's available. and have a wonderful day. This has been the morning recording. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the morning recording. Before this episode of the morning recording officially begins, I'd like to give a shout out to C.R. Ward. Oh my God. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the morning recording. Before this episode begins, I'd like to let you know that this episode of the morning Jesus Christ.